Ecothermy is a real doozy as a new old school RuneScape player, but felt so incredibly satisfying to accomplish. It really is a crazy high. I've gotten very addicted to RuneScape bosses because of mechanics like this. The fight mechanics happen fast, are precise, and involve prayer switches. So, how are you supposed to get damage in the middle of all these clicks? The special Ecothermy boss in the Demonic Pax League became my first real test of a common higher level skill in old school RuneScape: understanding your true tile. Because OSRS is a tile based game but also wants to have super cute 3D animations, there is a difference between the precise programming for registering what's happening to my character versus what we visually see on the screen. My character looks like they're running over here, but the system and wires underneath it all says Little Bernstein is actually over here for the sake of deciding fairly what I should be hit by or if I'm standing in a protected area. Coincidentally, I'm personally familiar with this because I tried to program Space Invaders using Java as my high school computer science project. It made me very frustrated, to say the least. The ship and the aliens often wouldn't visually match what the code decided was a damage hit. That's basically what's happening in old school RuneScape, which really doesn't impact a player for 90% of the game content. I, for example, didn't find the setting added much to my experience in making a canoe, but that's why I didn't fully understand until Ecothermy why everyone recommends to turn this setting on to show the tile indicators. Here is how my RuneScape skill increased exponentially just from one boss. Ecothermy starts with these strangely adorable dots all around it. This is the same every time you start the fight. Ecothermy doesn't move. So jealous of its lifestyle. What I quickly learned is you better be standing on a dot when Ecothermy shoots its Emperor Zerg cannon shot at you. This absorbs the dot underneath me and I have to move to the next one for the next shot. Even more fun, after 3 shots, Thermy switches it up. That's where the prayer comes in. Not only do I need to stand on the dot, I need to match the correct prayer at the same time. Thermy always shoots range damage first and then magic next in the sets of 3. Let's go through it a little slower. You can see I click and then hit immediately. Click on the tile floor and then immediately click Ecothermy. And then when I have to go to another section of 3, there's like a slight extra distance. You can see that the tile distance in the next set of 3 is further than between the 2 tiles within your set of 3, right? So giving you that extra time to swap your prayer instead, if that's how you need to kind of keep to the beat of the rhythm. You see the balls are so back to back that you really do have to only time to send out one and you got to go to the next one and then to the next, or else you're just not going to make it. Such a cool boss, right? And sounds not too bad until the exact timing of the whole thing really sinks in and you're constantly moving for this big old cute bugger. I found myself going 5-6 seconds not attacking at all and sweating to keep up the pace to match Thermy's tango. That's when I decided to turn on tile indicators. I chose purple because I like purple, and I probably won't pay attention if it's not a color that makes me smile. Suddenly, a whole new world opened up beneath my little 2-pixel feet. I found the rhythm to Thermy's tango. You see, as long as I knew Little Bernstein's true tile is at the polka dot already, she was safe and I could sequence up an attack like 2 seconds sooner than I was before. Or just attacking at all, honestly. Finally fitting in a couple solid hits before moving to the next dot on the ground. Really sounds like a game you'd play as a kid in gym, right? Maybe because I'm a visual learner by nature, but suddenly the timing of everything made sense too when I could physically see my true tile make it to the marker. I started to feel a natural cadence to how long I had before I needed to swap prayers and also click on Ecothermy to fire my water wizard spells. Of course, all while watching Thermy's own spells come toward me. Knowing this true tile movement formula improved my game a ton. It works for everything. Rocks falling from the ceiling, shimmying your way across the room, poop being thrown at you, everything. And it's so freaking cool. It makes you feel smart for once in this game. Now you can catch me geeking out on RuneScape about true tiles all over the place. There is plenty more to discover in this beautiful game, of course, and I will be there discovering it. I would love if you joined me for more. Like and subscribe if you'd be so kind. And thank you to the precious people that have been watching me this whole time. Appreciate you so much. Lil Bernstein out. Back in soon.